Hi family, it's SpannFlower here. How you doing today? It is Thursday, September the 21st. And are you guys having a thoughtful or thoughtless Thursday? Post a comment in the comment section and let me know what were your thoughts today. Also, I'll let you know SpannFlower thoughts are very, very thankful and thoughtful because today is Thursday night football. So I get another chance and opportunity to talk about football and talk about the teams that I love, the teams that I don't like, and the teams that I just, hey, listen, it's the football season, so let's get to it. Now, firstly, I do have to talk about the game that's going on tonight on the it's Amazon Prime now. So it used to be the NFL Network, then they made a lot of different changes to it over the last year or two. So now it's on Amazon Prime. So that's where you'll be able to catch the Thursday night football game. I have to check and see if in the markets they're playing the local games in the market. I have to check on it, but I do subscribe, so that's why I watch because I have to see what's going on at all times with the football games. But anyway, for the second week in a row, the NFL has decided to put on two teams that I don't like. I won't say I don't like the teams per se personally. I don't like the fact that they're competing rivals against my teams that I do love. So they are both in the NFC conference. So, of course, I'm not interested in either one of the teams winning. But, again, we got to talk about the games. And I will be an unbiased commentator as I talk about these games. But, again, so you have the New York Giants that are going to be traveling out to the San Francisco 49ers as home. That's where they'll be playing at tonight. The game will kick off at 7:15 Central Time, 8:15 Eastern Time. So make sure you put that in your calendar or whatever you need to do to make sure you catch that game. Now, the San Francisco 49ers, I don't like the team because they've been wrecking my Cowboys hopes and dreams for the last couple of seasons, and I'm not happy with that. Plus, I really don't like the Giants because they are in the same division with the Cowboys. But again, I'm an unbiased commentator. So, for now. So, if I had to choose a team to win this game tonight, I'd say it'd be the San Francisco 49ers. But, of course, I never want to see either one of these teams winning a game, unless it's going to help the Cowboys. But, again, or the Bears for that matter. So, I don't know. But I say the 49ers have a better team, in my opinion. I'm not sure about their quarterback, Brock Purdy. I'm not sure about him just yet. But he's their starting quarterback, and they have awesome weapons for him to choose from, and they have a great defense. So they have a better team than the New York Giants, I feel, because I'm not sold on Daniel Jones as a quarterback. So we'll have to see about that. So I'm predicting that the game will probably be 27 San Francisco, 17 New York Giants. Now, I don't think the Giants will lay another goose egg because I don't want to see their head coach explode on the sidelines, because I can see that happening because he is a little fireball. So, what can we say about that? So that's the game that we're going to watch for tonight. And, of course, we'll post some comments and scores after the game has completed. All right, so that's the first thing. Now, I need to do a recap of the games that happened in week 2. Okay? And that will be the games that happened between September the 14th and September the 17th. So, the Bears played on Sunday, September the 17th. They traveled out to Tampa Bay to play the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And the Bears did not come home with the victory. So, again, let me just say, and I'm just going to read a little bit because I wrote this down and I don't want to miss anything. And, I'm not trying to trash my Bears or beat up on them or anything like that. But, we have to speak truth and facts on the channel. We can't just gloss over whatever. We are true football holics. So, we have to point out what's going on with the teams on the channel, what we see over our years of experiencing, of watching and doing stats and reading up, and just I'm a student of the game. And so this is what I saw. So let me put my eyeglasses on because it's kind of cool, you know. Hey, look, you know, I throw my glasses on from time to time when I need to read stuff. So let me just go in here and go over this really quickly because I don't want to be beating up on my Bears too bad, but you know, this got to be said. Now, firstly, the Bears lost the game 27-17. And just let me say, Justin Fields' numbers were, he was 16 of 29 passing for 211 yards. He had 1 touchdown and 2 interceptions. Okay, he was sacked 6 times in this game. All right. The running back, Khalil Herbert, he rushed for seven times for 35 yards. So, if you're rushing 7 times and you get 35 yards, that means you rushing 5 yards a clip. So, on average, so why not continue to run the ball? I'm not understanding that, because if they're getting 5 yards to carry out on average, what's up with that? Now, the receiver DJ Moore caught 6 passes for 107 yards, but no touchdowns. Okay, so this tells me that the O-line is having some problems. If you can't protect the quarterback or open up lanes for the running back, either the plays designed by the offensive staff don't work, or the O-line is getting beat. I'm going to go with both of them, okay? I'm just going to go with both of them. So now, let's just mosey on over here to the other side of the football in that game, which was the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Okay, so let me just say this. Baker Mayfield has found himself a new home. As you know, he was unceremoniously evicted from his home with the Cleveland Browns. You know, remember all those commercials, Baker Mayfield is my house and all that big thing that came. He was best thing since sliced bread when he came out of college. So, you know, rule to the young people, word to the wise. If you don't produce in the NFL, they're going to get rid of you, okay? And you're going to be bouncing till you out of the league. You know, because if you can't win, or if they can't, or the team's not winning, trust me, the athlete is going to be the first one to go. Well, maybe the coach if they don't like him, but again, we'll see about that. So, he got himself a new home, and his numbers, he had a decent game. He had an average of, let's see what he did with his scores and things like that. He's trying to be the next Tom Brady for the Buccaneers, okay? Because the man understands, look, I'm on my last leg in this NFL, so I need to land somewhere and do a good job. I just don't want to see it against my Bears, okay? Just, you know, should have showed out another day, but not against my Bears, so I got to smack you for that one. Now, his numbers were 26 of 34 for 317 yards. He had 1 touchdown, and he had no sacks, and he had no interceptions, okay? And looked like he had all season to throw the ball. He was just sitting back there like he was holding eyes. I mean, come on, man. What's up? Come on, y'all. Stop that. Anyway, the running back, Rashard White, carried the ball 17 times for a total of 73 yards and 1 touchdown. The wide receiver, Mike Evans, gashed the Bears. Literally and physically gashed the Bears. He had 6 catches for 171 yards and 1 touchdown. Okay, now, defensive staff of the Bears. Everybody knows Mike Evans has been in the league for a very, very, very long time. He's been playing with Tampa Bay forever. Why wasn't it attention paid to? It's not like he's the speediest dude in the NFL. Hello? Somebody, y'all can put gloves on him, man. What? How could he get that wide open? I'm just saying. Come on, man. You can't have nobody running through you, especially not an aging veteran wide receiver running all over you like that. Come on, man. That don't make sense. No. Look. Hey. Anyway. My thoughts on the game was the Bears have to do a better job in protecting Justin Fields. And that starts with up front, the O-line. Okay. You can't let your quarterback get sacked 6 times. A lot of people were saying that he was standing back there holding the ball. Okay, but what are they supposed to do with the ball if he don't have nobody to throw it to? You know, what he always running around scrambling trying to make plays. I mean, they don't do the coaching staff sit down? Do they go over game plan? I mean, like, what happens, man? I don't understand that. So, anyway, that's another thing. Also, The time of possession. The Bears lost the time of possession against Tampa Bay. The Bears held the ball for about 24 minutes. Tampa Bay had the ball about 36 minutes. So, let me just say this. If your defense is constantly out there on the field and the offense is sitting on the bench, guess what? The defense is going to get tired and they're not going to be as effective as they could be down the stretch, especially at ends of games if they've been on the field for so long. So that imbalance right there will get you beat every time, because with a tired defense, you can't do anything because you can't stop anybody. So again, their defense was rested, sitting back, chilling, and the Bears defense was on the field for too long. So again, that's something that's going to have to be cleaned up. Now, the one saving grace with this game is that it's still early in the season. We still have 16 more games to go. I'm hoping that Matt Eberflus, the Bears coach, and his staff can really sit down and make a game plan together that is coherent and that is Justin Fields is able to be productive in. And I'm not saying it was all bad. They had some good glimmers of hope, and they were able to stay in that game for periods of time. But as the game wore on, because I think the defense was on the field for too long, they were not able to hold, they weren't able to hold it together. And so Tampa Bay was able to pull that game out. So I like to see that they have a better game plan for Justin, and they're running the ball more. Even if it doesn't work, it still gives your defense a chance to rest. And, the O-line, they just have to do a better job. That's all, And Justin Fields, he has to get to his reads and do. It's just a lot that needs to be done. But it's only the second game of the year, so we'll have more time to talk about it. So I'm not going to fret about it just yet, because the whole NFC North division lost. So the standings in the NFC North is the Bears are 0-2, the Vikings are 0-2, Green Bay is 1-1, and the Lions are 1-1. So the Bears still have a chance after all of that. So we'll see how this progresses on, and then we'll go forward. But, we'll get more into it in depthly. If this trend continues to happen, then we'll have to do some film breakdown to see what's happening. And then I have to get a coach on the scene with me to go over all of the things that we feel like we need to watch for and get a schematic together to see how we can work on this. But I'm not fretting right now because it's still the beginning of the season, so we'll see. We'll have to see about that. Now, there were other games being played in NFL on Sunday, September the 10th. And the next game that we're going to talk about is the Dallas Cowboys game. Okay, so the game went as we expected. The Cowboys defense was stifling and suffocating the young Zach Wilson. So, of course, the Cowboys won that game 30-10, and which was everyone expected because Aaron Rodgers is out for the season and he's not going to be able to, he can't, it's over with that. He's gone for the rest of the year. So we need not mention that anymore. We're sending out our prayers hoping he's doing okay. But the Jets got beat up on. The quarterback, Zach Wilson, morphed back into what he was before they got Aaron Rodgers. Hey, what can you say about that? But the offense did have to do a little work, so Dak had to throw the ball a little bit. So, they didn't get dirty on their cleats and their outfits. They still left out of that nice and pristine clean. So, hey, they won their game. So, that's the most important thing. And, it wasn't competitive. It's just what it was. It's just what it was. Now, of course, the next game that I want to talk about is the Baltimore Ravens game. Now, they played the Cincinnati Bengals. Now, they are in the AFC North, and the Cincinnati Bengals is their division rival. Okay? Now, the quarterback of the Baltimore Ravens is Lamar Jackson. He looks fabulous in that game. The whole contract dispute last year and all that rigmarole, that's over. This is a new season, and so he looked good, and the team won that game 27-24. Now, on the other side of the ball is Joe Burrows. Now, I like Joe Burrows as a quarterback. I think he has some talent, but looks like he's regressed a little bit this year. And I don't know, sometimes when people, I don't know when they get that money. So, hey, look, money changes people. I don't know what it is, but he didn't look good. And now they were leading the division last year. And now this year, they're at the bottom of the division because they're 0-2. And Baltimore is 2-0. Now, what I know about the Baltimore Ravens is that they have outstanding defense and they run the football. So, that's a winning recipe for any team, but they do it really good. So, Joe Burrow's got some work to do, and I don't know how they're going to figure that out, but you have to. Now, the reigning Super Bowl champs, the Kansas City Chiefs, they were able to get into the winning column against the up-and-coming Jaguars, so they won that game 7-9. So, which we knew that with Andy Reid and Patrick Mahomes, anything is possible. So those two guys are going to make sure they make it happen for their respective teams. Now, listen, the Denver Broncos. Okay, I got to talk about this. They are on to start the season, and they snatched defeat from the arms of victory, or from the almost arms of victory, yet again this week. So, again, Russell Wilson and Sean Payton. What's happening here? Is the marriage over? Is it over before it's even begun? Has Sean Payton have asked for another quarterback now? I mean, like, what is happening? Because it just, I don't know. They don't seem, it's not gelling. I don't know. I thought they would come out gangbusters, man. Sean Payton is a world-class coach, so they say. And Russell Wilson, Russell Wilson, he and Sean Payton both have Super Bowl rings with different teams, but the chemistry, I don't know. I don't see it yet. So it's only the second game of the season, and they've new working together. So of course we have to take a look at that and see, maybe the 6th or 7th game, I can formulate a better opinion. But it ain't looking good for them right now. But thank God that Kansas City is only 1-1, and the rest of the division. So the Denver still have a chance. Okay, now the last game that I want to talk about. And this is a team that I'm keeping my eyes on. Okay. It is the Los Angeles Chargers. Now, last week I was referring to them as the Los Angeles Chargers because, I'm sorry, the San Diego Chargers, because they used to play in San Diego before they moved to LA and all of that. So I had corrected that in the comment section because I'm so used to calling these teams by their old name because I've been watching for so many years that I forget. So when I start getting super excited, that's when I need to start writing stuff down, because I just start spitting out stuff as I know it off the top of my head because of following this for so long. But anyway, let me just say, I'm going to read this again so that I can get it right. I don't want to make no mistakes. Okay. The Los Angeles Chargers against the Tennessee Titans. The Tennessee Titans won that game in overtime, 27-24. So the Chargers quarterback is Justin Herbert, and the offensive coordinator, as I have been saying before, is Kellen Moore. He used to be the Cowboys coordinator. And when it came down to end of games, or needing to have a play where your team can win the game, there was always a problem. Such a problem. So, anyway, let me just say, Ryan Tannehill understands he is the quarterback of the Tennessee Titans. He has been bouncing around from Miami to this, to this, to this, to this. And now he understands what it means that, hey, like these quarterbacks know, hey, look, if you ain't producing, you ain't winning, you out of the door. So he understands the importance of winning, which Justin Herbert is still a young quarterback, and they paid him a lot of money. So we'll see how this is going to work out. But as I said before, I'm not sold on Kellen Moore as offensive coordinator. That's just me, because it's okay when you're winning, you're throwing the football over the place, yes, but the San Diego Chargers are 0-2, and that whole division, that's why I say Denver has a chance, because Denver is 0-2, San Diego is 0-2, Kansas City is 1-1, and I think the other team that's in that division, the Raiders, I think they are 1-1. I have to check on that, and I'll post that on the channel to make sure that I'm accurate with that information. But yeah, so yeah, they are 1-1 because they beat the Denver Broncos, I think, the previous week. So yeah, I think that's correct. But anyway, let me just say, Kellen Moore, I feel like he needs more experience, and the learning on the job that the Cowboys afforded him, another team is not going to afford him. But he had a cushy landing when he left the Cowboys and went over to the Chargers. So they look out for who they're going to look out for, and that's okay. But again, when it gets down to these games, in pressure situations and end of game situations, you want to see a better plays put together, because that could cost a quarterback, offensive lineman, people lose their jobs on that, So hey, listen, I have to see more from Kellen Moore with the Chargers before I could say, hey, look, crown him that, that guru young offensive coordinator. And let me just say this to you all, so you all can hear this from SpannFlower first. I like to call the young coaches, coordinators, quarterbacks, etc., young boy wonders, because the NFL and the news media and all of these different people crown these young men before they've even had a chance to do anything in the NFL. And so I call them boy wonders because they be one trick wonders sometimes. Sometimes they make it to the top and they stay at the top. But again, I say they boy wonders because most of the times they have the fans heartbroken at the end of the season when it doesn't go the way that they said that the news media, the coaches, and the NFL and everybody that's pubbed these guys up says is going to go. So again, that's my term for them, young boy wonders. And I feel that way about Kellen Moore. It's a young boy wonder. And I feel that way about some of the quarterbacks that are in the league and some of the players that are in the league. Everybody like the nice little shiny new toy until it don't work. And then when it don't work, they throw it away. So again, be mindful of that. But anyway, okay. That is my recap of week 2 action. Now, if you need additional scores or anything like that, you can post a comment to the channel. I'll make sure to get that on there for you. Also, courtesy of NFL, they have all the scores and things like that too that you can check out if you need to. Now, I'll talk about the games that I've actually watched. And so that's why I'm able to post the scores and, give analysis on the games, because I'm actually watching these games. And these are games that I actively have taken notes on and paid attention to. So that's why I can't watch all 16 of the games over the weekend. So I do pick and choose some of the games that I'm going to watch in advance. That way I can talk about it clearly and effectively so that you all understand what's going on. Now, again, the season is long. We still got a lot of football left. So these dynamics can change. But for right now, this is what I'm talking about based on what happened in the games. So, again, enjoy the football game tonight. If you like this channel, subscribe, share, post a comment, hit that like button, hit your notification buttons, do all of those good things to keep SpannFlower giving you the best information that she can on these teams and these games, and a little bit of spicy stuff mixed into it. So, thank you so much for tuning in with me today. And until Sports Sunday, I'll see you again. There are other videos on the channel, so if you like those videos, subscribe to them, share them, like them, post comments to them, whatever you want to do. It's all good, SpannFlower. Hey, nation, we coming. All right, have a good evening. Thank you.